Here we go. I can listen to that all day.
So pretty.
Me too.
Welcome back to Pop Culture right here on News Talk 1290 CJBK. I'm Silver Screen Sheen, joined with Neil Temple of Doom and Tammy Zombie Bait Heisel.
Hello.
As we talk all things pop culture, make sure to check out our Facebook fan page at Pop Culture Canada. That's the easy way to find it on Facebook. And what does it say for yours? Facebook. It's an
Fanatics Online.
at. There's always an at.
At Fanatics. Oh, I don't know if it's at Fanatics Online or at Fanatics_online.
Whether, no matter what.
Whatever it
when you
is.
type it in, it's going to pop up. So
Yeah.
I knew, because it's like, my show's not called Pop Culture Canada, but that's how you find it. The easiest way on Facebook is
Exactly.
at Pop Culture Canada. So anyway, there you go. Make sure you like our Facebook fan pages. Okay?
Please.
That's all. Support us.
Yeah.
If you like what you hear, then, then you can follow us. Bing, bang, boom. Let's talk about, shall we? We shall. We're going to talk about this. As I get rid of that. That was Racing Hero. I've never heard of that game before. That's funny. Racing Hero. We were going to talk about, yes, that's right.
Coming soon on home video and on demand.
A really good week for entertainment at home. That is such movies as Power Rangers, the theatrical brand new movie that came out a couple months ago. Really good, actually. And that was fun because we hosted a little kind of before the movie started rigamaroo.
Yeah, it was great. Promoting the movie and also handing out, getting free posters and T-shirts and everything.
So that was
great.
fun. So that kind of, I'll always connect that to that movie, and it was a fun time and a fun movie. So that's coming out this Tuesday, June 27th. And if you missed it in the theater and you really want to see it, Chips. They did a movie of Chips. Yes, I know. So there you go. That, well, it got 6 out of 10, which isn't too bad. It's not too good either.
Wait for Netflix.
Surprisingly good. And I was able to actually see this before it came out on Blu-ray, which is T2, not Terminator 2, Train Spotting 2. Wow, it was really, really good. Yeah. And I watched it, and my wife watched it, and she was like, yeah, that was pretty good. So, definitely check it out. It's if you like the first one, it's just as good, but I don't think it's as edgy as the first one, so you're not it's a better, because they're older. All the characters are older, and they just, some of them have matured, some of them not so much, like Begbie. So everybody is back for the sequel, everyone.
Yeah, 20 years later.
20 years later, and it's just really cool. So highly recommended. That would be my pick of the week. Definitely is Train Spotting 2. And also the Belko Experiment officially gets released on home video. It kind of had a short run in the theater, which was, Office Space meets Battle Royale, where office building, I guess somewhere in in Colombia, is on lockdown, and they all have to get rid of each other, kill each other, and until there's only a couple left. Yep. And it's a dark comedy, by the way.
Kill or be killed.
Yep. So that's why you see, John C. McGinley and, characters like that. It's also executive produced by James Gunn, so he has something to do with it. So, yeah, anyway, check that out. That was kind of one of those ones that I didn't actually get to see in the theater. And also a lot of re-releases, but there was one more that, oh, yes, it's right, Trespass. I knew I saw it on here. One of the re-releases, and it's by Shout Factory, but they kind of have like a sub-category. So this is one of those ones that kind of might not have tons of special features, but it's the first time it's been on Blu-ray. An amazing movie, Trespass, with Ice Cube, Ice-T, William Sadler, Bill Paxton, done by Walter Hill, the same guy that did The Warriors, and also written and co-produced by Bob Gale and Robert Zemeckis, that, of course, the team behind Back to the Future. So it's a treasure hunt movie that takes place in I think it's St. Louis, old St. Louis.
Yeah.
And it's so good. If you have not seen it, is probably one of the most underrated movies that was in the 90s. It was because everybody just passed it off as like another gangster hip hop movie.
Yeah, it really flew under the radar, but it was a hot rental back in the day, and you and I watched it like constantly.
Yes,
that's such a great cast.
I still have it on DVD, but so that's dropping on Tuesday officially on Blu-ray. I'm sure it does have some, but anyway, it's once again, Bill Paxton. If you want to watch some of, greatly missed. So definitely check that out. And so that's pretty much what's new there. But we're gonna go switch things up and talk about what's happening in the film world. Movie. What is it again?
Top right.
Movie talk.
All right, so what's happening in the movie theaters? Well, let's find out, shall we? I was right. I'm going to say I was right about what was going to be number one. I said last week, Cars 3 is going to bump Wonder Woman from the top spot, and I was right. I'm really, it's not like I'm a genius or anything like that.
Family
it was
flicks.
pretty, if you know how movies work in the summer, you kind of, you can figure it out. So that was Cars 3 in the number one spot. Number 2, Wonder Woman. And surprisingly, at the third spot, and it made me happy, is All Eyes on Me, the biopic about Tupac Shakur. And that's because it didn't really get much advertisement. It's not to the degree of Straight Outta Compton. So that was kind of neat that, that made it to number 3. So there's, a lot of people. And sitting at number 4 still is The Mummy. So even though it's been just trashed by the critics, people are still going to see it enough to get it in the people know by now that it's not a good movie apparently, but they're still going out to see it. And then 47 Meters Down. Yes, that is the shark movie with Mandy Moore and Matthew Modine, where these two girls go into a shark tank and it somehow loosens and goes all the way to the bottom and they're trapped in this shark cage with sharks going in and around this cage, and they're trying to figure out how to get out of there because they're running out of air in their tanks.
For the whole movie?
The whole movie. So there you go for just in time for Shark Week.
Kind of like The Shallows.
So that's pretty much that is the top 5. And the only thing, and I'm really hesitant to even say this opened yesterday. I should just leave it. But anyway, Transformers: The Last Night. Yay. That opened.
He's happy.
No. Michael Bay, let it go, bud. This is the 5th one, and it's just terrible.
Oh, no.
I read an interview with Sir Anthony Hopkins, and he was asked what the movie was about, and he goes, I have no idea. I'm just here for a paycheck.
Yeah, he got a paycheck.
Wow.
Yeah, it's sitting at 5.4
when will it end?
On IMDb, and I'm too afraid to even check Rotten Tomatoes because it's probably like 11% or something.
Meh.
But anyway, skip it.
Noise.
Skip it. There's there's a lot better movies that are have been in the theater for a while to go see than this pile of flaming doo-doo. So there you go. I mean, I like Transformers as much as the next guy, but it was stale at number 4. I'd say 1 was good, 2 was terrible, 3 was okay, 4 was like not sure what I saw, so I watched it again and went, ugh. And then 5 is just supposed to be just pure like visual diarrhea. Yeah.
So
should go see this movie Baby Driver instead. I heard that was good with Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, that's this guy that's really good at being a getaway driver for the bank robberies and anybody that needs a getaway driver. He just puts in his music and it's like apparently it's all you hear the music that he's listening to while just carnage is happening around. It sounds pretty cool. It's very. It almost reminds me of Drive, but a little bit more of a comedic, more comedy to it, whereas Drive was pretty serious. So that's, Baby Driver. Was it Baby Driver, right?
Yeah.
Baby Driver. I was like, that doesn't sound right, but it is right.
There's an animated movie that's something about baby something.
What, Baby Boss?
Oh, maybe it's Baby
Boss
Boss.
Baby.
Or Baby Boss Baby, that's right.
Lots of baby movies.
Baby. Also, if you follow the goings on in the Star Wars film world, you will know that the directors Phil Lord and can't remember Miller. Anyway,
Chris Miller.
Chris Miller
I got it
and
all here.
Philip Lord. They were fired. Let's be honest, they were fired from Han Solo movie because Kathleen Kennedy was like, yeah, no. So, and they've already filmed the majority of the movie.
Yeah, 75% I heard was filmed.
So what do they
and-
do? They get Ron Howard to come in and save the day. That man hasn't made a good movie since Apollo 13. Did you know that there was a
That's
third
debatable.
Da Vinci Code movie that came out this year called Inferno,
I
directed
did not.
by Ron Howard and starred Tom Hanks as, you know, the Robert Ludlow or whatever the character's name is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh.
So they got him. It was between him and Chris Columbus, I believe, he did or
I think Joe Johnston was considered.
sorry,
as well.
Joe Johnson,
Yeah.
not Chris Columbus.
Yeah,
Joe
the director
Johnson,
of the first Captain America movie.
which wasn't bad, but anyway.
Yeah.
So so that happened, and also one thing that I noticed is David Fincher has been confirmed as the director for World War Z 2. Which makes sense because Brad Pitt and Fincher have done a lot of flicks together. They did the Fight Club, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. I think they did another one together as well.
Yeah.
That's good.
So yeah, they're they work well together. So why not? I thought the first World War Z was pretty cool, even though it said reshoots. We had to change. Well, whatever changes they made, it worked. So
Yeah.
cool. I like that.
Couple of movie titles also released real quickly. I wanted to mention Saw Legacy is now become a Jigsaw is now what it's called, and that's out October 27th.
That'll be the 8th installment.
Yeah. Would you like to play a game? And and Jurassic World, the sequel, the follow-up to Jurassic World, is now called Fallen Kingdom, and of course that'll star Jeff Goldblum, and that's out June 22nd, 2018.
Yes, that's right. What was the tagline to that? It's something like something finds. Anyway,
Life finds a way.
Life
It's
finds
his
a
famous
way.
quote. Yeah.
So there you go. That's
From the
obviously
original.
a big hint that
Yeah.
Ian Malcolm will have a pretty big presence in this movie.
Yeah.
That's cool. One of my favorite characters from the Jurassic Park lore. So, whatever.
I like the inflatable cosplay costume.
Oh, what those
Is there
T-Rex.
going to be more of those?
I think you can get those
Probably.
at Halloween time.
The best.
You got to wait till the day after Halloween and you go to those Halloween shops and everything's like 50% off.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I got a Shredder costume that's cartoon quality that I got.
No
It was like
way.
regular $80 and I got it for like $40. It's pretty good. So anyway, I'll be wearing that. So for not at a
Shredder.
Comic-Con or anything, but the Shredder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe all that hardware is for chopping coleslaw. Sorry, I just had to quote.
Turtles.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I had to do it. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have our special guest, Rebecca Ford from Digital Extremes, to talk about TennoCon 2017, the celebration and tournament of Warframe. So make sure you stay tuned for that, and we'll be back right after these messages. I've always wanted to go to a commercial break like that. I finally remembered. That's right after these messages. They're great.